Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at pure storage. This was another request from one of the followers, and I just want to remind you all that anyone can make these requests and I will most likely cover them, especially if there is an actionable trade setup to be had. Now in the case of this chart, it's actually quite complex and the structure within seems quite corrective. We don't even have a very great trade setup, at least not on a decent time frame at the moment, but that doesn't mean we can not track what is going on and what is happening, at least on a larger scale. And here I would consider that this is developing as a leading diagonal to the upside in the best case, where we would be forming a 5-wave move to the upside. And so far I would consider that we have the wave 1 complete in an ABC pattern, then we have our wave 2 also complete, and then in the third wave we have the A wave complete, the B wave quite possibly bottom there, and now we would be in the C wave to the upside. And we can look at some ideal targets for both the C wave and the third wave. So this third wave to the upside would say that we would ideally reach the 138.2% extension, which is at $182.7. Now, if I were to look at the ideal target for a C wave within this ABC in the third wave, I would be looking at the 100% extension at $115. Now, keep in mind, this could also extend. So once we complete this as an ABC pattern, we could reset and have a larger A wave, then a B wave, and then another C wave that would actually complete this third wave to the upside. So continued upside within the third wave would still be possible to allow us to actually reach our ideal target within the third wave, but we would actually have to see some evidence of that idea in the structure that would develop. And we do kind of have a problem with that, because the nature of the structure of this chart is, as I said, quite corrective, pretty difficult to track. I would say that we quite confidently started this C wave to the upside in this case, at least, although yeah, we did still have some room here for a correction to go even deeper. We retraced from to the 61.8% retracement and produce this large movement to the upside. And now to actually pay closer attention to that, I would say that we completed so far possibly a wave 1 up here in a 5-wave move, then we had this correction in a wave 2, very shallow, and now we are in a third wave supposedly to the upside, although I would like to see some decent continuation in this area, because if I were to label this C wave in the movement that we just described, I would be looking for an ideal target in this third wave to reach the 138.2% extension at $120. And we are still quite far away from that. We are already developing some structure, which is not necessarily good or bad, but ideally we would still continue and not complete this third wave within here. So here I see also maybe a 1-2 and then another 1-2 setup, and here another 1-2 small one, and then the third wave up, a fourth wave down. So possibly we get another 4-5 here. That would then be this third wave complete. Then we need another 4-5 to complete the 4-5 for this 1-2, and then still another 4-5 for this one. But I don't necessarily see that getting us to the 138.2% extension. We will actually have to wait for some more price structure to develop and give us a better idea of what is going on. After all, we did have a very shallow wave 2, but I wouldn't expect at the moment any deeper retracement. Even if we were looking for a support zone to enter a trade in this area for a wave 2, we wouldn't have reached the ideal target, which was, or not the ideal target, the support zone that we would have had, which started at $49.5. That happens at times, nothing to worry in that regard, but I am a bit concerned of the structure that is developing. Perhaps the substructure of this C wave is developing a little different, where this could still turn into an ending diagonal instead, but I would really like it to reach the ideal target for this third wave, and most of the time, if it is really a third wave, it does actually reach it, and again, that is the $120 level. But at the moment, the structure that we have within doesn't indicate that this third wave would reach it just yet. Now that can change, and we will continue to track here. I want this to be orange actually, but we will continue to track here the idea that this is 1, 2, and then we get the third, fourth, and fifth to continue this third wave. I am looking at this support zone only at the moment. We don't really have much else to go on, so we are looking at the at the support zone between the $75 level that down to $69.3. I think this is a pretty decent setup to follow, but we won't have too many of those if we don't actually follow through here. I would really like to see a continuation to at least develop this overall movement as a 5-wave move. And for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.